Hello. We're live. I don't know how long this is going to be, but yeah, I just really wanted to check out the new update for DROD because it looked really interesting. And yeah, they added a bunch of new scripting features. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll keep this stream short. I don't really feel like I'm in like the right headspace to really be streaming right now, but at the same time, I really need to know. I need to know what they've changed. I need to know what they've added. They've added so much new stuff. Yeah, this list definitely looks longer. This UI looks different too. I feel like it was wider before. But now, like, everything is so thin. We're gonna have to look at documentation. I already see something I really like here. Clear array variable? Hello? Arrays? Do we have arrays? Set var. Set array var. Set array var at index? Wait, what's the difference between these? Oh, that's huge. That's big. That is going to make a big, big, big difference if that does what I think it does, and it looks like it does. Reset my script variables? No way! Now you don't have to manually set every single one of them to -9999. Yeah, that's a very... It's still kind of error prone because you still have to set my script. They don't have a fix for that yet. That's interesting. All right, let's start from the top though. Okay, so we got activate item at. This I think is old. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one before. I think that's just like toggling a toggle door or something. Add room to map, really? What? Huh? Huh? Add room to... What's a 0? Oh, do we have line numbers now? We have line numbers. So if I... Okay, Control B is to copy. Let me put this into like a text editor real quick. Let's see, what does it look like? Control B. Okay, so it looks the same as before. You just have like the command written in like plain English. And then you get like the arguments afterwards. There's no line number or anything in the pasted output, so that didn't change. That is fascinating. Okay, add room to map. What does that mean? Whoa, I get it now. Oh, so you can let the player peek at a different room. Ah, okay. Yeah, because this room exists. It is here. It is not something that I should be able to view on my map, though, normally. Fascinating. Okay. So that's new. That's cool. Ambient sound is old. Ambient sound at? I don't remember if there's an ambient sound at. I guess we can just like pick a sound. Ambient sound at. No, I feel like this was there before. Right, yeah. It's like when you step in that tile, it plays that sound. I'm pretty sure that did exist. Answer option. What is this? Next else of else if. Skip condition. Okay, let's check the docs. Well, there's probably so much new stuff. Or, okay, so add room to map is here. Yeah, they added that. Activates the item at the room square you select. Items that can be activated are orbs, pressure plates, lights, wall lights. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is ambient sound at. Set entity weapon? That's new. Oh, you can set the player's stealth property. Aha, so you can change the weapon of an armed monster or player at a specified position. Aha, and this change does not persist between rooms. Set player state. Sets a player state on or off. This lasts until the player interacts with another element that changes that state or until they leave the room. I wonder what that means. Sets a specified player state on or off. Weird, but okay. Answer option, here we go. Provides a multiple choice option for a question command. See below. A label from the list of defined label commands in the script must be selected as the point from where the script will continue execution if the user selects this choice. Up to 9 answer options are supported for a given question. Any additional options are ignored. Oh, okay, so you can like ask the player something. You could like give them like some kind of like menu, and then they can like click like yes or no or whatever. Eggs, bacon. And then it'll execute something different based on what you chose. Okay. What's set var at? Allows the set var command to be invoked with an NPC on another tile. All assignment and parsing will occur as if the target NPC called the set var command. Whoa, wait. Oh, wow. Wait, that's crazy. That's huge. That means that you can set... So, like, one of the biggest problems I found was that when you have an entity that you're writing a script for, you can set local variables for that entity, for that like particular instance, but you can't influence other entities. So like, I had to do like this crazy sort of like almost like an actor system kind of thing. I created like these mailboxes using pseudo arrays because they didn't have arrays before either, and yeah, I had to like communicate by setting like basically a value in a global. It was like a global array of variables, and then they had to like read through that array of variables, which was really slow. But now this allows you to like directly communicate with another entity. This command can also be used an if condition. What? I'm guessing it's supposed to say in an if condition. I wonder what that does. The condition is satisfied if the command successfully invokes a variable assignment on an NPC in the target square. Hint, use this for scripts that rely on the result of a remote variable assignment. Okay, that's weird. Well, that does sound like it's creating almost like a channel. Like you can now send a message from one entity to another. So we have almost like message passing, sort of. But no like queues required or anything. This is going to change so much. I think I'm going to be able to like simplify my scripts significantly to the point where things will actually be able to compile fast again. That's crazy if that's what if it is what I think it is. We'll play with that. We'll definitely play with that. Set var looks pretty much the same as before. Set var at though, this is huge, I think. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, so we know a little bit about answer option. I'm not super interested in this because I don't think I'm going to be using it, but it's good to know that it exists. That's kind of cool. We have up here at, those are old. Attack tile. Okay, so attack tile got a bunch of new options here. So, Oh, floor spikes. Stab, floor spikes. Is there a difference? I guess floor spikes only attack grounded enemies, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just try. Let's just hit. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna remember which tile that was. Let's attack this tile right here, and we'll put a U here. Actually, wait. Hold on. Do I need to wait? I was pressing the wrong button to wait. If I use Roach here instead, what does that look like? Yeah, you die. Okay, so floor spikes is like attack grounded. That's fascinating. That's good. That's good to see. So we got more options for attacking. Explosion's the same, I'm guessing. This is new. Fire Trap, I think, is new. Okay, I'm not exactly sure this is... yeah, like, I think Fire Trap might be more powerful than just Stab. I've never actually tried damage. I have no idea what that does. I am kind of curious, though. Seems like it just kills, though. I'm not sure what damage does. I'll be real. I'll be real with y'all. Okay, it kills puffs, apparently. Because I'm pretty sure a stab wouldn't, right? Oops. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm gonna pick you, and then we're gonna pick you, and then we're gonna go into here. And yeah, stab does not kill a puff. Okay, so damage is slightly different from that. I don't know what that does, though. That's old. Damage has always existed. I just never played with it because I just didn't get it. I didn't understand. Kill is just basically remove this entity. Although now we have remove monster, which is basically the same as kill. So I guess there is a semantic difference here. I don't know what the difference is, but like, if we just have remove monster, that's pretty cool. 1 and 2 turns stun, though. That's really interesting. Okay, we'll put a 2-turn stun right here. Okay, there's no graphic that displays for the 2-turn stun. But you do get the stun. The stun effect does happen. The monster does not move. So that's cool. I have some ideas for like some silly things I could do with that potentially. Yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, what is this? Behavior. Oh. Whoa, wait. I can alter behaviors? Oh, so I can alter things without relying specifically on... Yeah, because... Okay, so the way that DROD entities used to work is that every entity had, or I guess they still have, they have an entity type. So let me just like pull up something here. Let's pull up the good old bomb bug here. So yeah, I've set my bomb bug to be a wubba, but like, if I were to make it a construct, for example, like this, then it would gain the ability to push stuff like mirrors and like I think it could also like walk through shallow water. I don't know. It'll gain certain properties. Like this gives it the ability to push stuff. That's why I think I've made statues constructs, if I remember correctly. So yeah, statues are constructs. Flying snakes are obviously wraith wings because they need the ability to actually fly. But it sounds like you're gonna actually be able to just set these properties without needing to like rely on a pre-existing entity type. So that's really cool. That's actually really powerful. So yeah, behavior. Is there like a behavior for like flying? So yeah, it's like you can have them be able to move platforms and rafts, use tunnels, avoid fire traps, avoid puffs. Restricted movement, instant movement. Only process on full turns, really. Can appear on weapons. Can kill non-target player. Can be attacked by other monsters. Ooh. Monster target. Player ally target. Oh. Wakes evil eyes. Wakes evil eyes when monster target. Can we get sight lines? Can we make it behave like an evil eye with like a sight line? Push to fall immunity. Okay, I'm curious about this one. Floor spike immunity, yeah. Okay. Push to fall immunity must be yeah, that must be flying, isn't it? So I guess like Wraithlings probably have push to fall immunity. They probably also have. Oh wow, so you can just add different immunities. Oh, this is huge. That means I can just make my bomb bug not completely invulnerable now. I can actually make it die from like other stuff, like explosions, and then and it's okay if it gets hit by that. I guess it's still not possible to check if it gets hit by an explosion though. So that, yeah, I don't know if I could tell a bomb bug to explode if a bomb explodes in a particular pattern that happens to catch the bomb bug. So that would be good to know if I can actually do something about that. Yeah, push to fall immunity. That's really interesting. Yeah, let's just make this a citizen with visible component and push to fall immunity. So if I put a pit under you, will you fall? No, you don't. Yeah, look at this. So that they just float. They float over the pit. And if I remove that, they will not float. Wait, off or on? Push to fall immunity off or on? Wait, does that mean that they were always able to? Okay, hang on. I need to delete this. Delete the command, see what happens. Do you still fall? No, you never did. Okay, so citizens are they just don't. Or maybe it's because it started on the pit. Yeah, it's probably because it started on the pit. Okay, so if I give it push to fall immunity, and then I give myself like a caber or something. Not to make you visible. Nope, 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 don't do that. Okay, let's give you that. Oops, dancing all around. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's not what I expected. So I gave you push to fall immunity, right? Like, yeah, that's on. That does not do what I thought it would. Yeah. So that just means I can't push you into the pit, though. The pit becomes a wall. That is not the same as a Wraithwing. So that's a little bit weird. I gotta say, I don't know if I like that. I think that's it's not quite what I would want. Well, I mean, I guess I could just make something Wraithwing type if I really wanted it not to do that. It is interesting. Right, and also, right, constructs can drop trapdoors. That's another property of the statue enemy that I created. Okay, well, that's interesting stuff. I mean, I think the rest of this stuff is fairly obvious. Sword damage immunity, pickaxe damage immunity, yeah, all this stuff is useful for, like, detecting if I want to make an entity, like, explode when it gets hit with a sword or something, but, like, at the same time, I still have to, like, check if there's, like, a sword, you know, on that tile. It's not quite the same as, like, knowing that you've been attacked. But it's better than nothing. We have options. We have options now. Okay, so the build list is pretty long. But I think... there might be some new stuff in here. Oh, they added the tokens! You can actually build tokens now. I mean, there was a way to do it with MyScript, I believe. But now you can, like, officially build the tokens. Without, like, needing to use MyScript, I guess. I mean, if you want to build it dynamically, you'd still probably use MyScript, but, like, you know, that's good. It's good that they actually just have it in the list exposed. Build marker should be similar, if I imagine. Yeah, that's exactly the same. Challenge completed. This looks new. Huh. Alright, so that just brings up the little challenge completed text. That's cute. I wonder if that has any other effects. I wonder if the docs say anything about that. It'd be kind of nice if they just had, like, a list of commands in the same order as the list of commands in the actual editor. Challenge, here you go. Challenge used for CaravelNet achievement / trophy system. When executed, this indicates that a challenge with the given name has been completed by the player. Okay, so yeah, it is tied to the actual, like, achievement / trophy system in this game. Cool. But also, I think the documentation just says challenge. This one says challenge complete. Yeah, this says challenge completed, so I think they should probably update the docs to fix that. Clear array var. I'm guessing this lets you just pick from a list of array variables. It probably just, like, empties it or, like, zeros the array. I'm actually not sure. Like, do the arrays have, like, null values in them, or how is that going to work? You can count array entries. Amount 0. What does that mean? Count entity type. Ooh! Oh, this is useful! So, this is what I've been manually doing to check, to see if there's any more bomb bugs left in the room to, you know, make the, like, death marker monster that I have, like, disappear and die. But with this, that means I don't have to do that anymore. That's really cool. Or at least it's less manual. Actually, I might not have to do this anymore anyway, because they've added a bunch of, like, new behaviors and stuff. Count item. Okay, so you can count anything in the room now. Okay. Interesting. Okay, cutscene's old, destroy trapdoors old, disappears old, display filters old, that haven't been touched. Else if not. That's strange, but okay, that's new. So they have the ability to not with this command. If not, yeah, if not. This is an odd way of doing logic. End on room exit. Huh, I don't think this was here before. Face towards like guard. Yeah, that's old. Was this always here? Face direction? I don't think this was here before. No, no, no. This is new. I think this is new. I mean, there was always a way to set the direction anyway by just setting like the underscore O variable or the underscore my O variable, I guess. This is not. Yeah, this is not something that was here before, though, I think. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Flush speech, off or on? I feel like this existed, but I didn't really understand what this was for. Okay, game effects. There might be some new effects here. Some of the stuff here looks maybe new. But I'm also not sure. I mean, these are just visual effects anyway. It's not really that important. Okay, generate entity is pretty much the same as it's always been. Get entity direction. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I already knew about that. Get natural target. Okay, I don't know what this is. Is this new? It looks kind of new. Get natural target? Is there documentation about that? Get natural target. There's a bunch of set stuff here. What about get? Queries? Yeah, what about like get natural target? Is that in here? Oh, here we go. Finds the position of the entity this character would target if it was a monster and stores it into global. Okay, no, this I think this was here before, but now I think there might be new targeting type options. Yeah, I think this may have gotten a little bit of an overhaul because I don't remember best brain tile. This was, I'm pretty sure, not a thing before. Regular monsters. This is the targeting used by unbrained roaches, goblins, etc. Brain monster finds adjacent tile. Brain monster would move to. Okay. That's interesting, but okay. Yeah, I guess that could be useful for like debugging as well. Let's see. Okay, return. We still have go to. Ooh, whoa, hold the heck on. This is new. And go sub is different too. Previous if? Next else? Of else if. Skip conditions. Oh, that's weird. Previous if. I don't know why I would use these. I mean, like, I guess, yeah, they don't have functions technically, but I don't know. I'm not big on the go-tos. Go sub is even weirder though. Like, I wonder if they have like anything about that here at all. Because go to and go sub. Yeah, using conjunction to return. I don't know why they have that stuff though. That's weird. Yeah, we have if not. If end. So that's old. Yeah, just weird. Let's continue down the list. I heard image overlay may have gotten some overhauls, but the syntax for that, it wouldn't be here, obviously. You'd have to find it in the docs. Okay, imperative. Are there any new imperatives? Yes, friendly and unfriendly. I think required target still makes yourself vulnerable. Critical hero? That's new. I mean, I think if I made you a critical hero, you dying would be GG. You don't get bit by the... Aha. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. How about friendly? What does friendly do? I guess I won't find out, will I? Unfriendly? If you're unfriendly, do you like target me or something, or what? Do I get killed? Okay, not sure what that does exactly. So more experimentation will be required for that. I'm wondering if there's new pathfinding stuff here, because I don't remember these. Yeah, I remember, like, these? There might be more beelining options, too. Invisible. Don't include move order. Invisible includes move order. Invisible, not inspectable. Invisible, inspectable? Okay. That's a little bit like ghost display, right? Or I guess like ghost display was what I was using for like poison trail. So it's like something you can step through, but shows like as still visible. Okay, weird. So yeah, new imperatives here. They don't seem that useful. Ooh, link orb. Huh. That's interesting. So you can like dynamically link an orb now to like a door. Okay. Move looks the same. Move 2? I think this was already there too, yeah. Play video, we know about that. Player role. Was this here before? I think player role did exist. But I actually don't know. What if I do this? Yeah, what if you goblin? I'm a goblin. Oh. Can I... Oh. And I can attack things like I am goblin. That's cool. Oh, I can attack you. Huh. That's cool. Hey, that gives me ideas. I have ideas. Wait, can I be a bomb bug? Oh, I'm a bomb bug. But bomb bugs don't actually attack. They make wubba noises. Oh, and you still see me. Oh. Interesting. Well then. I can attack you. Huh. But I can't attack you. That is crazy. That's cool. I like this. This is cool. This is a very cool feature. Yes. We need this. Push tile. Can I push you? Yes, I can. Okay. So that just induces a push. Oh no. That also gives me ideas, but like there are things I want to do with this that are really cool. There are also things I feel like this kind of obligates me to do for at least DRODyssey. So we will see. Replace with default script. Oh, huh. So if you have like one of these like one-off scripts going on, you can just like replace the currently executing one-off script with that entity type's default script. Okay, that's kind of cool. Reset my script variables. Okay, we know about that. Return is still return. Room location text. Wait, I have to check something. Does if give me new options? I haven't actually looked at what if does. No. Okay, I was wondering if there'd be like Boolean logic there. Yeah, room location text, we know about that. Select square. What does that mean? Restricted? Huh? Okay, well that... I don't know what that did. Whoa! What the hell? That's weird. What is this? What is it? What did that do though? Huh? Select square. That is neat, but what can I do with that? Player command input. What is this? Oh, I know this is old, I think. Okay, so there's probably some new stuff here. This is image overlay. I just want to see. Oh, what's this? Movement types. Hey, this is new. This was not here before. Oh, there's new documentation here. Script arrays, character script. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so we got a table of each movement type's numerical ID, its base movement, and if it supports partial obstacles. If a type supports partial obstacles, it can be intelligent. It can intelligently path through arrows and ortho squares. Okay. So this documentation kind of bleeds on top of itself, and they probably should fix that. We have a bunch of IDs for movement types. Okay, so this is something that you probably can set then. Ground and shallow water. Okay. Oh, moving on walls? Yeah, if you want to make like a seep. Okay, so that's interesting. Oh, and you can have move through water as well. Oh, but this is only move through water. Okay, so you can't have like different types of movement. Okay, so I still need to do the hack that I did for the statue to be able to move through both regular water and move on the ground. That's okay. I am okay with that. Okay, I am kind of curious about this. Is this a my script full... Yeah, this is a full documentation of that, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, this tells you what each of the MyScript variables corresponds to. Cool. So this is what you need to use if you want to like do stuff dynamically. Like do like attack this tile relative to my current position. Entity bitmap. Oh. Contain multiple values by just adding them. Fluff baby? You mean a puff? Remains? You can make rock golem rubble? Is that a thing you can do now? Remains. Oh. Whoa. Wait, what's W remains? Is that like wait for remains? Yeah, that must be like wait for. Whoa. That's interesting. Can I use that with like create entity though? Like, can I create rock golem remains now? Like, is that an actual thing? Do I not need to have my rubble? Refer to the source code. Okay. Oh my. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to mess with the rock golem remains stuff. That sounds interesting. I did not see anything about select tile here. Okay, script arrays. Oh, they're using a hash or an @ symbol. Interesting. Okay, so it zeroes the array. Got it. Yeah, makes sense. Because I think all the values have to be numeric, probably. An array value can be used anywhere an integer value is expected. Okay, that's what I thought. It can be a numeric value or an expression that resolves to such a value. Okay. Querying full arrays. Two commands operate over an entire array to successfully determine its state. Wait for array entry. Waits until the given array contains a value that satisfies the given comparison to a given value. So this is like a find, I guess. As with other variable commands, an expression can be used in place of a constant value. Count array entries. Counts the number of values in the array that satisfies the given comparison to a given value. Result sorted in underscore return X. That's what. Okay, so yeah, that's like a. So they use these like return X, return Y variables mostly as just like return values for functions, which is kind of silly. But yeah, it makes sense because they don't actually have like real functions anyway. Yeah, apparently added some like predefined functions, so they are like moving towards support for actual functions, but yeah, you can only use like the predefined ones. You can't like write your own functions yet. Okay, so there is a hard limit on array size. So the arrays are 50,000 entries. That's fine. That's way more than enough. I don't know if I'm actually going to need this anymore though, because we have set var at. Set var at basically covers all of my use cases. Unlike many programming languages, arrays allow negative indexes to be used. So isn't that basically just like oh wait, no, you can actually put them in negative indices. Interesting. So it's not like Python, because I know in Python you can go like, if you give it a negative index, it starts reading from like the end of the array instead of from the beginning. But here they actually give you a negative array index. I'm not sure what the value of that is, other than maybe making it so that you have fewer like runtime errors, I guess. It's kind of odd. Kind of an odd choice. But sure, why not? I mean, nothing wrong with doing something a little bit different to see like how it goes. I mean, I'm sure that the people who are working on this stuff are probably also just kind of having fun making a language and like seeing like how far they can take things, doing like non-conventional stuff. Like, I get it. Like working on SO Langs is like, it's a fun hobby. It is a fun hobby. Like, I get that. Ooh, you can set weather? That's kind of cool. Wow. Okay, yeah, look at all these variables. There's a bunch of new ones here. My color, that's new. My weapon, I think that's also new. Actually, no, I think that's been there before. It's just that we didn't have a lot of ways to like check weapons. Player local weapon. Combo, read only. Gets the current combo value. That's interesting. Yeah, that could be cool for like creating certain doors, like a combo door. Like you must achieve this combo to get through to get through this door. That'd be kind of cool. I can definitely see people doing stuff like that. It'll definitely be used for like certain achievements, though. Do they have like logic yet, though? Because I heard that they added like ands and ors or something like that instead of having to just do like if else nonsense all day. I'm kind of curious about that, if they actually did do that. Oh, here are the built-in functions. Yeah, these are the function primitives. You can't like make your own functions though. But these are nice to have. Like now I don't need to create my own absolute value or like min or max now. So that's cool. Okay, is there anything about tile selection? We've gone on like a massively long, massive long tangent. Looking at other things, we're getting distracted by like all the things. But where is select tile? Is it in here at all? I have not seen anything about like logic yet, so I'm a little bit worried about that too. Multi-expression weights. Here we go. Multi-expression weight commands are used to perform an atomic check on multiple conditions, i.e. as a single combined Boolean query which returns a single true or false value. So you can wait for all, wait for any, or wait for exactly one command. Okay. Try the wait for conditions and command. And all block will wait until all subqueries are true. So that's like an and, I guess. Any is like an or. Yeah, we'll wait until any subquery is true. A none block will wait until not subquery is true. Okay, so that's a not. Why did they make it so like awkward? I mean, you clearly know the terminology, right? Like you know this is and, this is or, this is not. Why are we calling it these like weird things? Like why can't we just make it simple? Keep it simple. I don't understand why it has to be this way. Okay, exactly one block will wait until exactly one subquery is true. I'm not sure what that even corresponds to. A multi-expression wait block can be used as a condition for an if statement. Yes, that's what I thought. They can be nested if complex logic is required. All wait for commands can be used as subqueries along with the set role, set player, weapon. Yeah, okay. So this is how you do logic, like Boolean logic. It's still weird and kind of jank feeling, but okay. I mean, at least they have a solution for that now. I have to wonder, like, who decides these kinds of things? Like, why like that? Okay, like, sure. Like, whatever. Whatever, man. Okay, I do not see... Okay, here we go. Select square. Okay, so yeah, yet another inconsistency in the documentation. So it says select square instead of select tile. Causes the next game move to become a position input, as if the player had stepped on a potion. The selected position is placed into return X and return Y. Oh, okay. Selection can be configured to allow any room tile to be chosen. What is the same restriction as double potions? Okay, so those variables can actually be used. But only after that finishes executing, I guess? That's weird. Because, yeah, that means that it would pause execution of the script as well until you select a tile, and then it will put that in return X, return Y. Okay, so it is still basically like a function. It's like a function, but it has like some side effects. Let's see. Well, in that case, I think I've seen pretty much everything, right? Okay, well we kind of just stopped at select square, but I think we kind of looked at all the really interesting stuff. Set appearance. This is just for setting the portrait, if I remember correctly. Okay, so yes, this is set array variable. That's exciting. Set array var at. This is probably like set var at. So you could set an array value on an entity at a particular position. That's really cool. Set ceiling darkness, set ceiling light. This is new. This is new, but I don't know how much I care about this. Like, this is just nice for visual effects. You can set the entity weapon. So yeah, that's also new, I think. Because it usually just like set player weapon, I think. Yeah, set player weapon was the one that we had before. Now we just have set entity weapon, so you can actually change like your guard to like carry a caber or something instead. That does create a lot of other options. Set movement type. Okay, yeah, here we go. So you can set something to just like be able to move through the air, even if it's a different kind of entity type. So you can actually just override that behavior. Set player behavior. Ooh, step kill. That's interesting. So that means like if I step into like a tile, I can kill. I'm guessing. Body attack immunity. Ah. Adder immunity, puff immunity. Yeah, lots of immunities here. Use tunnels. Oh, right, you can actually turn these off. Powered and unpowered. Sure, what if I were to do this? So step kill is now on. Can I... Yeah, I can bump you and kill you. Although it's more like I just take your place. I just like replace you. That's cool. Has weapon. What does that mean? Can I just like strip myself of a weapon? Yes. Oh, that's for like the disarm state. That lets me change. Okay. Because yeah, you can like set weapon. Like if you set the player weapon to off, you won't be armed, but the actual state of disarm tokens will still act like you're armed, which is weird. It's very weird, but okay, that makes more sense. Oh, here's set player state. Okay, so set player state gives you preset options. You have invisible, hasted, and powered. Okay. Powered is like you stepped on a power token, I'm pretty sure. So I'll let you like control Fagundos and stuff. Set music is old. It would be nice if there were like better options for like setting player weapons to like custom weapons somehow, but I mean, I guess that's what set weapon off is, sort of. You just kind of have to like track it still, I feel. I don't know. This is set shell water traversal. Has this always been here? I think this has always been here. If it hasn't been here, then yeah, these are your options. Not super interesting. Yeah, set var at. This is so interesting to me, but I guess you would have to like choose a tile. I have so many. I have so many variables. Look at all these variables I made. These mailbox variables I had to create because we didn't have arrays. Look at this! Look at this nonsense. So if I were to... Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, so that you'd select something from here. Like this. Then you could give it an amount, like 2. But now you have to select a tile, right? Yeah, look at that. So I can, so whichever entity is there, I can run this set variable command for them. That's cool. That is very cool. Was it you that I created? Yeah. At least I think that's how that works. I'm gonna have to play with this. Set wall light. Okay, so this is kind of cute. You can just like create little wall lights. Speech. That's the same, I believe. Start global script is the same. Oh, look at this. Wait for all, wait for any. Wait for exactly 1. That's strange, but sure. Wonder what the use cases are for this one. Wait for event. Is this new? This seems... No, I think this has been here before. You could wait for event like monster attacked, but it's like you can't tell which monster got attacked. It'd be cool to like wait for event at. That would be kind of cool. But I'm not sure if it would make much of a difference. Like, yeah, you can check if a monster has been stabbed or whatever. This is like a very global check. Yeah, these are old. Wait for door to. That's kind of cool. Wait for conditions end. Okay, so yeah, I guess this would be something that you just have to stick into like an if. I don't know what wait for conditions end is though. That's weird. Wait for brain sensing player. Wait for build marker type. Okay, waiting for build marker. Yeah, very interesting stuff for sure. Wait for none. Ooh, you can wait for the player to input something now. So you can like just straight up detect inputs. Oh, they added new special command keys. That's right. There's more, you have more buttons now. That's really cool. I have ideas for what I could do with that. I'm not sure how much I want to play with that just yet though, but I don't know, too much scope creep might become a problem. Okay, wait for weapon. Yes. So now I can check if there's a weapon at a particular tile, I believe. Yeah, that's... Oh, I can check for a weapon at a range of tiles, in fact. Cool. So that's useful. My bomb bug can now detect if a sword actually hits it. Which is kind of what I always wanted. I kind of wanted to be able to detect, like, hey, did I just get stabbed by a sword? Maybe I should just blow up. So yeah, this will be very useful. There might be some edge cases where it's like still not enough, but I think this will be mostly good. Like, if a caver ever ends up inside of a monster, that's basically when that monster has been attacked by the caver. Can't think of any other situations where that would really happen. Because you'd have to like squish against a wall for the caver to actually damage. Staff, I think, would like never do that, but you could like push stuff around with the staff, of course. Dagger's kind of weird because like a monster can step on a dagger. Yeah, dagger is the weird one. A monster can step on a dagger, but if you step towards a monster and then the dagger lands on them after the player has moved, then the dagger is like an attack. So the dagger is still kind of a problem, I think. There might be a way around that, but yeah, I don't know about this one. Also, same with the spear. Like, just because there's a spear on top of your tile doesn't mean that you're being attacked by the spear. Because it could be after, like, a swipe, like a stun turn. So this is... It's a step in the right direction. I don't know if this is enough to, like, completely determine, like, hey, have I been attacked by some entity, right? You might be able to add like an additional bit of logic around this to make that work, but I don't know. I think it might it might still need a bit of work to fully realize like I have been attacked by guard or Bethro or whatever. Okay, so they have wait until VAR. Do they have like wait until array VAR though? So maybe you have to like read from an array first, store it in a regular variable, and then check that variable. I'm wondering, yeah, if you can't just like directly read an array variable. It looks like you can't do that. Wait until expression. Really? How does that work? Wait while item group. What is this? Whoa, this is so useful. This is so useful. Any Brer. Any Brer? Any Brers out there? This is definitely any Briar. So can I check for solid walls? Yeah, I can. Oh my god, this is so useful. I can simplify the checks for Angry Eyes like significantly with this. So this is a wait while item group. Is there a wait for item group? Yeah, there is a wait for item group. Okay, that's huge. That is actually huge. That's gonna make some things really, really easy to check for now. That is excellent. Wait for monster remains. But can you make monster remains? That's what I want. I want to be able to make like rock golem monster remains. Like, can I do that yet? I still don't know what this is. I'm so curious. There's so many things I want to try out. Okay, well let's get down and dirty. Let's just actually like mess with some stuff. So, wait until expression equals 2. What does that do? Yeah, these are just the same. I guess I need to use that in like an if. Like if wait for There's a thing here, so I feel like I'm not using it correctly. But it's not red either. I'm just not really sure what that means. Maybe there's a... Okay, maybe I can check the docs. What do the docs say? This should be in queries, right? Wait for expression. Okay, wait until expression. Waits until a given expression satisfies the condition you specify. In addition to hold variables, expressions can also use function primitives. Expressions can only be compared to constant values. Given expression. Oh, so like, wait until like, variable x plus 2 equals 5 or something like that. What is the syntax for expressions, though? If you're going to allow expressions, you need to actually tell us what the syntax is. Maybe it's here. Although this just seems to tell us about the function primitives. It doesn't say the syntax for expressions. Like, what's a valid expression? I mean, there's definitely some stuff that you can kind of intuit, like, okay, probably like x plus 1 is okay, but I guess they usually use like regular, like single equals for equality. So if I did like, if, I don't know, like name, I think you might have to do this equals, it wouldn't be double equals. Oh no, no, it's, right, there's no equals because you're checking here, right? This is where that part comes in, right, okay. Yeah, I don't really see how this is that useful. I mean, we already have like wait for a variable. You can already do that kind of stuff there. I don't know what conditions end is, though. That's interesting. What does it say anything about that? Wait for conditions end. No, I don't see anything about that. So maybe that's for... Oh, okay. No, I know what that's for. That's... Okay, so that's if I do something like... let's do wait for any. Yeah, if wait for any, and then you need to add a wait for conditions end at the close of this. Yeah. Now the if block has been closed, and then we can do whatever we want. So like we could check, well, we could start checking for item groups, right? We could check if we have like tar mud gel here, or we could check if there's a yellow door over in this area. And if either of those are true, then we can attack, tile, stab this roach. So neither of those are true, so nothing gets stabbed. If I put a yellow door, where's yellow door? I never remember how to use this editor. I put a yellow door over here. Now he's dead. If I put tar or mud or gel over here, yep, still dead. If I delete this, still dead. And if I delete this, now you live. So yeah, we have actual Boolean conditions now. We have ors. We have ors, we have ands. That's awesome. We love to see it. So this is how that works. At long last. Now, yeah, I guess you can insert my variable sets in between here, can't you? Yeah, the way that this is set up is okay. The reason why they have to set it up this way is because they have that stupid MyScript variable system. So, like, for instance, you might want to set different MyScript variable values for this weight, but you might want to set different ones for this one afterwards. And so they have to give you the leeway to be able to like insert extra instructions in between, which is why they do this like wait for any block and have this conditions end block. So they're basically working around like the limitations of the system that they've created. And that's why it has to be implemented that way. Which doesn't feel great, but like, whatever. It is what it is. It's better than nothing. You at least can do that now. Let's mess with arrays because I'm interested in arrays. Actually, I want to do set var at. Let's do set var at first. I think that would be very interesting to learn about. So let's create an entity that has. Okay, I should have some like test entities here still. Yeah. Okay, so you will set a variable. Let's say set var. Okay, so we want it to be local. We have to start with a dot. Test var 1. We're going to give it a value of 0. And then we're going to check if... actually, we're going to make a loop. We need to make a loop. Where's my loops? We need to go to loop school. We need go to. We don't want previous if. Okay, so we need a label first. We'll call it a loop. Go to loop. You have to wait 0 so that the script doesn't just like kill itself immediately. And in the loop, we're going to do a if check. What are we checking for? Checking for test var. So if wait for, what was it? Wait until var. Okay, so they don't have wait for var, but they have wait until var. So yeah, this test var 1, we're gonna wait until it's set to 1, and then we're going to do something with that. So I'm gonna actually let's insert an if then, if we're gonna do that. An if here, stick an if end in here as well. And now we're going to flashing message. Oh, nice. I even tell you like put in a hex value if you want to change the color. Hello world. Classic. All right, cool. And then if we make you this test 1 entity, okay, you're not going to do anything, but if we, let's say you get like, I don't know, let's say we stab you. Let's stab you with a sword. You're going to wait for a weapon on your position. And then you're going to set variable at. Set var at. Let's see, set var at. We're going to look for you specifically. Where are you? Here we go. Set it to 1. And it's going to be you. And that's your whole script. All right, I need to deal with these monsters. And that didn't work. Okay, so that's a little bit less exciting. Maybe it's because you're not visible. Maybe if you were visible, it would work. Aha, so you have to be visible. And then it lets me do that. Okay. So yeah, set var at allows you to communicate between entities, which is something that you were never able to do before, but the entities do have to be visible in order for that to happen. So it's okay. I think that's all right, but the visibility flag thing, I think that might need to change. Like if I have to make my entity visible, that's a little bit of a problem. Let's see if I can maybe get away with like ghost displaying it instead. So like, what if we do an imperative? Like invisible, non-inspectable. Okay, that actually did not do anything. That's exciting. This imperative did absolutely nothing. Do I have to ghost display first? Maybe I have to ghost display. Ghost display, invisible, non-inspectable. How's that? That did nothing. Also, you're still visible. Is it because I have you set to visible? Like you're just stuck like that? See, the problem is if I have to make you actually visible, then this is kind of a problem. Yeah, so like you have to actually be solid. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. So I have to actually like make you appear. No ghost display allowed. You have to actually appear. What if I did this? Like appear and then disappear in the same turn. Now will it work? No, of course not. Yeah, so that's a pretty big limitation of this. If you have to have the entity visible, that's kind of a problem. Yeah, the entity has to exist in the room for that to happen. Okay, well, you can sort of do arbitrary scripting with that. Like arbitrary communication between entities, but the entity has to be visible. So I don't know. It's again that feels very DROD script. It's like oh it works, but no, not quite. There's like a whole bunch of like extra catches to it. You don't quite get exactly what you want. Unfortunately, that feels like a very common thing to happen with DROD script. And we could add another test one here to verify. Oops, no. Yeah, it's only going to set this variable. Otherwise, we'd see 2 messages printed per turn. But no, it's only just 1. So this guy's condition hasn't been set. So it really is only setting this one. That is good. Like, don't get me wrong, that is a good thing. It is a little bit more freedom, and it might be just enough for my use cases as well, but it would be nice if it could just work in general. Like, it didn't have to rely on this visibility flag, but I have a feeling that when an entity is considered invisible, it doesn't actually technically have a position in like on the board. And I think that's the problem with this stuff. But yeah, now I guess you could actually like set well no, you can only set well, I don't know, set var at can also be a string. So you could like set the text for something. So yeah, you could actually like communicate to an entity like please read out this text and have like a parameterized like signpost with this. That's cool. Because that was something I was trying to mess with last stream and I couldn't do that. Although, no, but the thing is my signpost is... Right, my signpost is not... it has to be visible. I mean, I could just give it an invisible sprite and then just... I don't know, yeah, the fact that visibility has to do with, like, how solid something is kind of hurts. Kind of hurts your ability to actually, like, do stuff. Oh, wait, I thought it was select tile, it's select square. It always was select square. Okay, so I was wrong about that. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff I need to, like, rethink. I'm gonna have to, like, sit down and just, like, rethink how, like, arrays are going to affect stuff. Like, am I gonna still need mailboxes at all? Like, I like, now that there are arrays, I could definitely implement them with arrays, but now I might not need them because we have set var at. Like, this is just like a directly communicate this thing to that thing. I guess there's still the problem of, like, my poison generator is not like a visible entity in the room or anything like that. So, like, if I'm generating poison trail, like, that poison trail still needs, like, it's invisible, so you wouldn't be able to set var at for that. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see how that works. Okay, let's play with arrays a little bit, and then I think I might call it here. There's a lot to think about. Let's try setting an array. Sure, this is our test variable. We can just reuse it, why not? We can set the index to 1 or 0, or right, they even have negative indices, apparently. Oh, okay, so I actually have to... Okay, so array variables are just, like, different type entirely, so you're not allowed to do that. Okay, so let's do test... let's do a test... Array variable, let's give it... Oh. Do I not have the ability to do that, or what? What's going on? There's already a variable by this name. Please choose a different name. What is this? Why do you have this here? Oh, that's the value. Set array var, and there's no array here to this value. Oh. That is not what I thought that was going to do. Okay, so this would be like set my array to 2. It says variable names must begin with a letter or... Okay. So I'm allowed to set my variable to... So then wait, why was... Okay, no, that is allowed. Oh, I'm just not allowed to add the variable. Okay, that's weird. That is so weird. So I'm allowed to read the value of set var1 into index 0 of something, but I don't have an actual variable here. So how do I make a new array? That's my question, because it's not letting me do that. With this, like I tried adding the array variable, but it wouldn't let me do that. Yeah, it says there's already a variable by that name, but it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at the docs because clearly I am missing something important. How do you array? Script arrays. Ah, right. You have to start the variable name with a hash or an @ symbol. Hash is global, @ is local. Got it. This locality can be changed. Interesting. Array variables can only store integer values, no text. Yes, instead of index value pairs, each index has a value defaulting to 0. An arbitrary number of values can be stored under a single variable name. So now we basically have the power of pointers. So we could very easily make like a stack or like a heap if we wanted to. This is very powerful. But of course, there's a limit of 50,000, so you can't really go like too deep with this. It's still cool that this is possible, though. I'm glad that we have this option. Okay. So you have to use the square bracket array indexing syntax. Yeah, that's okay. Here's examples of valid array expressions. Here we go. Ah, and here's using the new primitive functions. I see. Got it. So let's say no, that's for global. We wanted a local variable. There we go. Yeah, that shows up now. Okay, so now I can set u to value, or at this value to like 2 or no? I can do that. Okay, that's cool. So now we've set this value to 2. And if we wanted to, we could check if this value was something like wait until ooh, I guess it'd be wait for array entry. Okay, so you can wait for an array entry to be a certain value. Okay. How exciting. Oh no, that's this is like the find operator, right? Okay, never mind. We're looking to find okay, yeah, let's do this. We're looking to find the thing at index 0. How do I do that? Because this is just regular variables. Oh, I can do wait until expression, can't I? Ah, here we go. This is why this exists. Okay, now I understand. So if I wanted to do was it a test or var? Is that what I called it? Equal to 1. Yeah, I can do this. So if test rvar is 1, then run this. That should be fine, right? Oh, I need to index into it. There we go. Okay, now the asterisk is gone, so this is valid. Okay, I see now. I see why this exists. So now, if I were to have you set array variable at index 0 to 1 when there's an entity there. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Okay. And if I got rid of you, you wouldn't, that wouldn't happen anymore, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, that's really interesting. So yeah, that's kind of a quick overview of everything that is now possible with DROD script. Well, at least all the really interesting things, to me at least. I'm really looking forward to playing with the, was it player role? Where was that? It wasn't player state. Or was it just called player role? Is it like under P? Player role, yeah, player role. This one's really cool. You can actually play as a bomb bug. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. Well, you can't hurt me either. And I make wubba noises. I guess I'd have to like fix that. All right, I don't have diagonal sprites. Yeah, I'm using northwest to represent primed. I'm wondering if there will be a better way to do stuff like that instead of having to use like different orientations to like store those states. Because like it would be nice if we didn't have to do that. I don't remember the exact reasoning why we had to do that to begin with, but like I've seen similar things happen for like changing the appearance of like custom weapon tiles. Like they just use different orientations for that. I guess because there's no other way to store graphics, is there? Like you can't just like set the graphic to whatever. I mean, I guess you could try and use like the display commands or whatever, but it's kind of complicated compared to just like choosing an orientation and then changing the sprite. Yeah, I'll probably have to find some way to prevent the player from moving diagonally as well. But we could have stuff like play as a bomb bug, right? Like, isn't that cool? I think that's cool. Yeah, it would be nice if you could actually explode too. I don't get scared by monster blocks though, so that is a bit of a thing. Huh. Very interesting. I wonder why I'm allowed to attack you, but I'm not allowed to attack you. How curious. Yeah, definitely a lot of really fun stuff to play with. Anyway, I think... Yeah, I would work more on Leaf's DRODyssey right now, but I think I'm gonna just take a little break here because I think it's a little bit much. It's a lot to kind of take in. I feel like I'm gonna have to like re-architect a bunch of stuff too. And yeah, I don't want to just like sit here and just like be thinking about stuff. I don't know. Maybe people are interested in hearing about that too, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's the most exciting process. I probably will just like leave that for another time. So yeah, I'm just gonna take off here. Thank you for watching. If you decided to check this VOD out, I don't know if there's anyone who's actually watching this right now, but yeah, I'm very excited to see where all this stuff goes. But yeah, I just needed to know. I need to get a lay of the land before I start making changes and kind of like changing the scope of the project. I feel like there's... I don't know. I don't know if that 2026 release date is going to be realistic now, or if maybe this made that even more realistic because of all the new options. I feel like the new options are helpful. I'm not sure if they give me everything that people would want or expect though. Like I still don't feel like I have a way of detecting like did this bomb explode and like maybe it was blocked like here and here. If the bomb explosion goes out this way, oh right, I should probably not be a bomb bug if I want to do this. How do I change that? Is it you? No, it was probably you. I don't think you were here before. No, it's not you. Great. How did I end up in this position? Okay, it's you. Yeah, like if this happens, how would this entity, this like entity right here, know that it got hit by a bomb explosion, right? Like, I feel like the bomb patterns can vary a lot. And there's no way for me to detect if like an entity here has been hit by a bomb. And if it has, then it should like, you know, explode, right? If it's a bomb bug. At least I feel like that makes sense, right? It's an explosive enemy, it should explode. So like that's the one thing. I mean, maybe not the one thing, but that's one of the things that I feel is still missing from this. That and also like push direction. Like if I'm getting pushed by an entity, like by like another entity, I need to know like what direction I was pushed from if I want to do like ice sliding, for example. And if there's like a big multi-push chain, like good luck figuring out how how that came to be, right? Like if there's no way to detect push direction, I feel like that's out of the question still. So maybe we're safe from that kind of scope creep. But it is an actual like limitation of the system still. Well, yeah, I'm gonna play with this and see. Like maybe I can actually mark my bomb bug as vulnerable now, right? Like if I can mark bomb bug as vulnerable, then I don't need to even like count the number of bomb bugs in the room. I don't do like all this hacky stuff to try and check like how many bomb bugs, monster blocks, statues are in the room, right? Oh, I guess there's one thing I do want to check that I kind of forgot about. It's the rock golem. Right, so if you're a rock golem, let's say you are a rock golem. Let's just delete all your stuff here. We don't really care. And you were to say die special. Really? Do I have to make you visible? You have to be visible. You... Wait, what? Oh, you're just a citizen. Oh. But you're a test one. So if you die special... Okay, yeah, you're still that. That's... Well, wait. Oh, wait. So that's kind of weird, right? Like, it's supposed to die special. It's supposed to produce like golem rubble. Can I get rid of this? How do I like not have a custom tile for you anymore? I don't know. Maybe test 2. Let's work with test 2. Test 2. Rock golem. Okay, I'm getting ideas. Test 2. You're a rock golem. You're visible. Your script is going to be imperative die special. So now you're rubble. Cool. Not super exciting. If you die special, does your script still run? Like, are you still... Because I think rock golems don't actually, like, turn into a different entity. I think it's still, like, the same rock golem. It still has, like, the same move order and everything, even after it's been turned into rubble. So can I, like, do this? Or does that not work? What does this do? Yeah, that does that. I'm wondering if... maybe I'm already doing that? Let me check. Hold on, I need to, like, open up my editor here. Let's see. Okay, was it Delver script statue? Yeah, how about awakened statue? Yeah, awakened statue. Actually, no, regular statue also dies. Okay, let's look at a regular statue. Yeah, it has a become rubble function. No, yeah, I think become rubble is... Yeah, it just sets the orientation. I guess we could have made it, like, immune to certain things, though. Like, I think it's immune to regular explosions right now. Yeah, I think it is immune to regular explosions right now. Right, because if I set it invulnerable, well, it's already imperative invulnerable. Right, that was the problem, because I had to set it to imperative invulnerable. Yeah, and then I have to check all those conditions for, like, when it's supposed to actually, like, quote-unquote, die. But it's only considered dead when it turns into rubble. But yeah, if I... So the problem is still... The problem is still the fact that... if I were to set you to be invulnerable... You're not... I can't make you a required target. Like, there's a dependency here that just can't be resolved. Yeah, I can make you a required target, or I can make you invulnerable. I can't have both at the same time. Okay, we can get rid of you. Yeah, see, like that. Oh, and that has a delay for some reason. That's weird. Why is that? Are you like your death controller? That's why. Oh, okay. No, so yeah, it takes like a turn for that to kick in. Yeah, and you don't count. You don't count as a required target. I mean, you're rubble, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but even if you weren't rubble, I still can't do this, right? Yeah, let's get rid of this roach. Actually, we need the roach. Let's just get rid of these custom enemies. Also the death controller. We need the roach because otherwise it won't mark the room as clearable. There's still a bunch of hacky stuff that you have to do. Okay, my new idea is, how about no imperative invulnerable? Okay, so now you're a required target. If I do this, yeah, see, the room is still red. I have to kill you to clear the room, but now you won't You won't thing. But what if we gave you some sword damage immunity, for example? You see? Aha! Okay, yeah, no, we're cooking. We're cooking something here. Okay, yeah, that would actually simplify things a lot, because now you are still technically a killable entity. It's just that you are considered immune to sword damage. Now, I guess the problem is... Okay, but then I can set you to invulnerable afterwards, or I can unset required target or something. Oh, but what if... Okay, hold on. Now I have a new idea. So if I have this... Let's say I set you to invulnerable. Can I set your sword damage immunity to off? So now you're not a required target. No, you're still completely immune. Okay, so that's... I can't turn off invulnerability. Okay, so that's still a problem. Interesting. So if I were to make you a required target, you would still have to actually die, I guess. Okay, so your required target, you're immune to swords. And then if... Okay, let's just quickly script something together here. Let's... Okay, so now we want to check if you have been stabbed by a sword. If... Wait for weapon. Sword. It doesn't really matter where, because we're gonna have to... Okay, we now have to set my script variables. Okay. So set var... where are the MyScript variables? I don't remember where they are even. Here they are. MyScript x to... I guess it would be 0 and 0, right? I forget how this works. No, it would have to be... Oh. I think it would be like this? Okay, it's been a little bit. I can't remember if it's like this or something else. Okay, I think the syntax is wrong. Is it this? No, okay, that's wrong. How about this? Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's syntactically correct. This is syntactically correct. Then we reset the MyScript variables after this check. So we need an if end. Where's reset? Reset MyScript variables. Here we go. Yeah, that's nice. Actually, we'll probably need this inside here as well. So if that happens, imperative. What if we do like an imperative die special? Does that count as like not required anymore? Or no? I guess not, huh? Oh, because your sword immunity, right. No, but then I have this. Okay, let's actually change this. Let's add a flashing message, or is it F? Okay. Sure. So if you get hit with a sword. Okay, so I think no, I don't remember how this my variable stuff works. Or my script variable. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I can't undo that. Okay, set script X. Yeah, because that is a range. I just noticed that. Come on, do your thing. You're supposed to do something if I put a weapon in you. I'm wondering if I'm doing this wrong. But I'm pretty sure this is how that works. This is the top left coordinate of the rectangle. And this is the width and height of the rectangle. Oh, I don't have a go-to. That's why. I'm missing my go-to. Or go sub, I guess. Actually, it probably should be go-to, because it's going to build up a bunch of stack frame, sort of. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Oh, but then it keeps doing that. Ah, I see. Huh. Okay, well, almost. It's getting there. You're still a required target. You're still immune to swords. I guess I could remove your sword immunity. I wish there was a way to like turn off required target though. Yeah, if I could just like turn off your requiredness, that would be good, right? Like, I think that would be fine. What if I made you like friendly? What if we added a friendly here? So if I copy you and paste you into here. Sure, you know what, we can just leave that. Let's make you friendly? Okay, so another thing that I think I've done wrong is I think the width and the height should actually be 0. I think they actually are checking a 2x2 square. No, you're still a very required target. You're a very, very required target, indeed. So yeah, that's it's an improvement. I don't think it's really a fix. It's not really a fix. It doesn't quite get us to like are we Golem yet? are we Rock Golem yet? The answer is I don't think so. Oh, it's so close too, right? Like, what if I okay, imperative vulnerable, then imperative vulnerable. How about that? Huh? How do we feel about that? Eh? Aha! Well, look at that. Turns out you can do that. How exciting. I like how you can just sit here and let it do that. I guess we'd have to change the die special condition. You'd have to like set the state. Okay, we are Golem then. I think we are Golem finally. We are Rock Golem. Yeah, that's so much simpler. So statue can now finally just die special. Or I guess maybe not die special, but it can like, yeah, set its orientation. Just set its imperative to invulnerable to mark that it has quote unquote died. And then set itself back to vulnerable. And then we can have it just be vulnerable to explosion. And then it can now die from, or it can like be disappeared by explosions. Okay. See this is a huge improvement because that changes a lot. That changes a lot. I think we're still going to need to have like a separation between like statue and awakened statue just purely because awakened statue has to be able to like move and use like a different sprite set from like the regular like standing still statue. Oh, well, no, I guess that's not really true. I mean, we could fit everything into one. I guess it just depends on like the vision stuff. Yeah. But now we can set var at. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, set var at changes a lot of stuff now too. I'm seeing like much simpler ways to recreate the Leafs DRODyssey monster set now. Things that will definitely be very, very nice to have. But yeah, I don't know, I think I'm still going to continue working on Delver script and trying to improve things there. Maybe incorporate some of the new stuff so that this, so Delver script is just more ergonomic to use as well, or like the stuff that it generates is more ergonomic, I guess. But yeah, this all this stuff is just very helpful anyway, regardless. So that's cool. But yeah, I feel like it's now like within the realm of reason, at least, to try to implement these things by hand now, which is good. That is a very good thing. It would still be kind of verbose, and you'd still have to be very careful about my script because you still have to remember to run this like inside the if here and out here. So it hasn't like completely solved all of my problems that I have with DROD script, but it has alleviated most of them to a point where I can say that, okay, I can see like a lot more useful and interesting interactions being possible with this. And a lot of simplifications as well. So yeah, I'm going to end stream here. Thank you for watching if you decided to watch for real this time. And we're actually going to get going now. All right, goodbye.